How did a small island with no natural resources transform into one of the world's most futuristic cities? In the aftermath of World War II, Singapore faced a daunting reality. As a tiny island at the tip of the Malay Peninsula, it grappled with severe unemployment and a dire lack of natural resources, elements crucial for any nation's economic survival and growth. The future seemed bleak for this small British colonial trading post, recently devastated by war and political turmoil. However, beneath these challenges lay a shimmering glimmer of potential, primarily due to its strategic location. Singapore's geographical position on major sea routes made it an invaluable node for international trade, a fact that hinted at its untapped economic possibilities. This strategic advantage was not overlooked, and it slowly began to fuel aspirations of transforming this struggling colony into a thriving hub of global commerce. Visionaries saw the potential for a dramatic turnaround, setting the stage for what would become one of the most remarkable economic transformations in history. This is the story of Singapore's journey from a struggling colony to a global powerhouse. At the heart of Singapore's transformation was a man with a vision, Lee Kuan Yew. Born in 1923, Lee emerged as a pivotal figure in Singapore's journey to sovereignty. By the time he ascended to the prime ministership in 1959, he was already a formidable leader, fueled by a profound vision for his country's future. Lee Kuan Yew saw a Singapore that could transcend its colonial past and geographical limitations. He envisioned a modern state underpinned by robust legal frameworks and unyielding anti-corruption measures. It was clear to him that for Singapore to thrive, it needed to establish a reputation as a reliable, clean, and orderly place for international business. To achieve this, Lee initiated sweeping reforms. He set about constructing a strong legal framework that would not only deter corruption, but also enforce contracts and protect intellectual property. This was crucial in attracting foreign investments, as it assured businesses of stability and fairness. Under his leadership, Singapore instituted the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, an entity so effective that it became a model for other nations. This move was a testament to Lee's commitment to transparency and integrity in governance, setting a high bar for public officials and private citizens alike. Lee's foundational policies set the stage for an economic overhaul. His relentless pursuit of a clean and orderly Singapore laid the groundwork for the nation's rapid ascent on the world stage, turning a small island into a global hub of commerce and finance. To build a nation, Lee knew he had to first build its people. In the heart of Singapore's metamorphosis lies a foundational commitment to education. Recognizing the dire need for a skilled workforce to drive economic growth, Lee Kuan Yew initiated an ambitious overhaul of the education system. This wasn't merely about literacy, it was about equipping future generations with diverse skills and a global outlook. From technical schools to universities, the curriculum was designed to meet the demands of a rapidly modernizing economy. Subjects like engineering, finance, and computer science became cornerstones, reflecting the future industries that would propel Singapore forward. But an educated populace needs more than just knowledge, they need stability. Enter the Housing Development Board, or HDB, established in the early 1960s. Tasked with a monumental challenge, the HDB wasn't just about putting roofs over heads, it was about crafting communities and fostering a sense of belonging among the populace. By providing affordable quality housing, the HDB helped stabilize a society that was teetering on the brink of uncertainty. High-rise complexes sprang up, weaving together the fabric of a cohesive society. These weren't just houses, they were homes where generations could thrive together, underpinned by a sense of security and community. With a roof over their heads and skills to offer, Singaporeans were ready to contribute to their nation's growth. Singapore's geographical destiny as a trading post was just the beginning. As the dawn of the 1960s approached, this bustling island at the tip of the Malay Peninsula began an audacious transformation. The government, led by the visionary Lee Kuan Yew, recognized that reliance on entrepot trade would not suffice for the burgeoning aspirations of its people. A bold pivot was necessary, from a trading post to an industrial powerhouse. The plan was multifaceted and centered on economic diversification. This meant reducing dependence on traditional trade and establishing a robust manufacturing sector. To accomplish this, the government initiated the development of sprawling industrial estates. Areas like Jurong, once swampland, were transformed into bustling hubs of activity, housing factories that produced everything from textiles to electronics. But how did Singapore attract the necessary investment to fuel this industrial surge? The answer lay in a suite of favorable tax policies and incentives designed to lure foreign direct investment. The government offered tax breaks, eased restrictions on capital movements, and provided subsidies for technology and industrial machinery. These incentives made Singapore an irresistible destination for multinational corporations. Furthermore, the creation of the Economic Development Board in 1961 was a game changer. This powerful body was tasked with planning and executing strategies for industrialization, directly engaging with foreign investors, and helping local enterprises grow. Its efforts were pivotal in transforming the economic landscape of Singapore. By the late 1960s, results were evident. The manufacturing sector's contribution to the GDP was climbing steadily, employment rates were up, and Singapore was exporting products around the globe. The island was no longer just a waypoint for traders, but a critical node in the global manufacturing and trade network. Singapore was setting the stage for a robust economy, but the best was yet to come. In the race towards the future, technology leads the way. The 1980s marked a pivotal era for Singapore, as it embarked on a journey to transform into a high-tech economy. This bold move was spearheaded by the government's strategic foresight to establish the National Computer Board. This entity was crucial, orchestrating a comprehensive plan to integrate information technology across all levels of society and industry. The government didn't just stop at institutional reform. It recognized that the backbone of this technological leap would be the people themselves. Thus, it launched aggressive campaigns to promote IT literacy among its citizens. From young students in schools to professionals in their workplaces, everyone was encouraged to become proficient in the new digital language. The aim was clear: to prepare a workforce that was not only adept at using technology, but could also drive innovation. Investments poured into infrastructure to support this vision. State-of-the-art facilities sprang up, and international tech giants were invited to set up shop, bringing with them a flurry of opportunities and expertise. This not only boosted the economy, but also placed Singapore on the global map as a burgeoning tech hub. The results were nothing short of transformative. By the early 90s, Singapore had markedly increased its productivity and competitiveness on the world stage, fueled by a tech-savvy populace and cutting-edge innovations. Singapore was not just catching up, it was aiming to lead. From visions and strategies to skyscrapers and smart cities, Singapore's journey is nothing short of miraculous. Once a humble trading post, this island nation has blossomed into one of the most futuristic metropolises on the planet. It's a story of transformation fueled by foresight and innovation. Today, Singapore is synonymous with world-class infrastructure. Its roads, bridges, and mass transit systems are models of efficiency and design. But perhaps no icon stands as prominently as Changi Airport. More than just a travel hub, Changi is a destination in itself, featuring indoor waterfalls, lush gardens, and even a butterfly conservatory. It's no wonder it has been named the world's best airport multiple times. The city's skyline tells its own tale of ambition. The Marina Bay Sands, with its unique ship-like structure atop 3 towering columns, and the super tree grove at Gardens by the Bay aren't just architectural feats. They are symbols of Singapore's bold approach to urban development. But the ambition doesn't stop at infrastructure. The Smart Nation initiative, launched in 2014, aims to harness information and communications technology, networks, and big data to create tech-enabled solutions that improve the lives of citizens. From intelligent transport systems that reduce congestion to apps that help manage health services, the initiative is making Singapore one of the smartest cities in the world. Moreover, Singapore consistently ranks at the top in global surveys for business, competitiveness, and livability. This is a place where innovation meets quality of life, where every policy and project is a step towards the future. Singapore stands today as a testament to visionary leadership and relentless pursuit of progress. From third world to first, Singapore's story is not just about economic growth, but about the human spirit. In the heart of Southeast Asia lies a small island nation that has defied the odds, transforming from a modest trading post into one of the world's most futuristic metropolises. The Singapore Miracle, as it's often called, is a testament to the power of visionary leadership and meticulous planning. Governance in Singapore has been marked by an unyielding commitment to integrity and pragmatism. Policies were crafted not merely for short-term gains, but for sustainable growth, balancing economic development with social stability. This approach attracted global businesses, turning the city into a bustling hub of international trade and finance. Community involvement also played a crucial role. The citizens of Singapore were not just passive observers, but active participants in the nation's development. Their resilience and adaptability contributed significantly to the country's success. Singapore's journey offers a blueprint of transformation powered by vision, planning, and execution.